welcome to my channel, and it's Top 5 Wednesday time again. Now this week it's your top 5 non-canon ships. These are couples that you love but they never actually got together in canon. Canon meaning what actually happens in the text and the book. Or that the couples did get together but they weren't together by the end of the book. Or it could actually be a couple that you ship from different worlds, aka different books. So basically this is a big free-for-all for me. Now I've decided to stick to couples within the same book, and in each book I have a fair few non-canon couples I want to get together. I'll try and stick to the main one of each book, but then I might drop in a few others just there and then. Okay, so the first book is probably an obvious book and is actually a series, the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Now I have so many ships in this book. My original ship was obviously Harry and Hermione, because that's normally how it works. She's the brainy one, he's the leader, and I actually do think they would be fitted together much better than Hermione and Ron, which J.K. Rowling has basically gone back on and said Hermione would be better with Harry. But there are so many ships in this book that I would love to happen. There's also Neville and Luna, which I don't think they get together. I can't remember in Cursed Child them mentioning Luna being with Neville, but I think Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom would be so perfect together. And I also do kind of ship Professor McGonagall and Professor Dumbledore, just because I think they'd be so cute together. But yeah, I know that would never happen and it's probably a bit out there, but I just think McGonagall and Dumbledore together would be so adorable. But yeah, my main one with Harry Potter is Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. My original ship until Hermione started going out with Ron, which I'm still kind of shocked about. I was so happy when it happened, but now thinking about it, I don't think she would really want to be with someone like Ron. I think she'd prefer to be with someone like Harry. And sometimes, especially in Deathly Hallows when they're dancing, I was like, Harry, just be with Hermione, and I thought that's probably how it would end. But yeah, Harry and Hermione, my original ship. My next ship is from Wicked by Gregory Maguire. Now this ship first became one of my favourite ships when I saw the musical, but then I read the book and I shipped them even more, and that is Elphaba, aka the Wicked Witch, and Fiero. Now Elphaba, as you can tell, is obviously the Wicked Witch, but she wasn't always wicked, she was the good. Well, she wasn't just good, she hadn't become evil yet. And Fiero was basically like a prince from another place, and he originally fell in love with Galinda, but then he realised that Elphaba was the better person. So basically they did fall in love, spoiler alert, they did conceive a son, but they weren't together at the end of the series because the wizard men kind of, while looking for Elphaba, bet Fiero up and basically beat him to a pulp and he's no longer alive. Which is different to the musical, because in the musical, Elphaba ends up saving Fiero and he becomes the Scarecrow, which we all know from the Wizard of Oz. But yeah, Elphaba and Fiero is just amazing, because it shows that even a guy who's meant to be like really famous for his good looks, he chose a lady who doesn't have the best looks, but he basically saw what was inside of her, and I think that's a really good message, and I think that's maybe why people should either see the musical or read the book, because I think that's just such a good thing to do. You know, he didn't stay with Glinda, who was a pretty popular one, he went for Elphaba, who was the ugly one, and he was basically bullied. So yeah, Elphaba and Fiero, my next great ship. My next ship is a ship I shipped from the beginning before I knew how the story was going to end, and that is Katniss Everdeen and girl, I can't remember his last name, from The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. Now, even though I am a big Katniss and Peter shipper, at the beginning I did want Katniss to get with Gale, just because they were basically falling in love before Katniss was volunteered for the Hunger Games, and at first I thought her love for Peter was basically just a show. Basically I think that's how Susan Collins wanted it to be seen, because I thought their love was kind of fake at the beginning and then you kind of saw it evolve in the next few books. But in the Hunger Games I definitely wanted Katniss to get with Gale. And you know, I'm still one of those shippers that thinks what might have happened if Gale hadn't have blown up her sister. Maybe they might have got together, but I think that was the big no-no in this relationship. My next ship comes from The Maze Runner by James Joshner. Now in here I have two ships. One of them I wouldn't say is exactly canon, and that's Thomas and Teresa. Basically from the beginning you could see them kind of mould themselves into friends, and I thought that would go a bit further until obviously was it Brenda was introduced, and then obviously she kind of became Thomas's love, which I was kind of shocked about. But my other ship, which is my main ship, is Thomas and Newt. Yes, I know some people might think, what the hell? But thanks to Tumblr, they have totally corrupted me. Especially with gist of the movie, with Newt and Thomas just staring at each other. I do think that shit would be pretty cool, and it makes it even harder because Thomas was the one who killed Newt, and that just totally broke my heart. But I think Thomas and Newt, it would have been so cool if they were together, but I doubt that would ever happen. But yeah, Thomas and Newt, and Thomas and Teresa. I think I would prefer Thomas and Newt, as you can probably tell. I've been going on about Thomas and Newt for a while now. But they would have been so good. I know it's more like a bit of a bromance, but it would have been so good if they'd just got together. And my main non-canon ship is Cormoran Strike and Robin from the Cuckoo's Calling series by Robert Galbraith. I just love them together so much. Basically, Cormoran Strike is a private investigator, and Robin is his kind of, not reception girl, but she kind of starts, what's the word, is it PAing? Secretary? She kind of ends up being his secretary for a while by mistake, and then she stays on and they kind of become partners in the business. But Robin is engaged, and I believe in the third book she does end up getting married to this fiancé. I believe he's called Matthew. But I just love Strike's and Robin's relationship. Strike's always like, oh, she'll never go for me because he's described as a bit chubby. He's got an amputee leg from the war. And Robin, at first I don't think she kind of liked him, but then as she got to know him, she starts to feel a bit more for him. And I just think it would be so cool if they got together. I'm not quite sure if that's ever going to happen. I think it's more of a long distance love at work kind of thing. But I think it would be so cute just to get them together. If they do get together, I want it to be proper. I don't want it to just be like a one night stand and then they regret it. They need to be together forever. And if Robert Galbraith kills Robin off, I would be so upset. I love her so much and I just want them to be together. Especially because in the most recent book, Robin was kind of targeted by someone from Cormoran's past, and you could kind of see Cormoran getting way overprotective over Robin, you know, telling her to stay at home, don't leave the house. I know you would do that for a friend, but I think he kind of overdid it a bit, you know, wanting to get to this man before he kills Robin. If that's not love, I don't know what else is. But yeah, that's my top 5 Wednesday for this week. Like I said before, I could have chosen a lot more non-canon ships, but I had to keep it down to 5 even though I did mention more. But there you go. What are your non-canon ships? What are your actual canon ships? If this was to involve TV and movies, there would be a lot more. Preferably the 2 people you see behind me. Even though in Marvel, technically the comics, they did get together for a bit, didn't they? I haven't read any, but that's what I've heard. But in the movies, I do want Hawkeye and Natasha Romanoff to be together because I love them so much. But technically, I'm going to shut up about that because that's not books, that's the movies. So yeah, that's it for today. If you want to, comment down below. And like usual, you can follow my Tumblr, Twitter, Goodreads and Instagram and talk more about books. Bye!